Have you ever wondered what it takes to go from 0 to 4.4 million views on TikTok in just 30 days? Well, here's my story on how I did it with no prior experience whatsoever in less than 30 days. And having my TikTok being featured by TikTok Nordics in this press release about Booktok having a national radio station call me. So, starting from scratch, from 0, that's something all entrepreneurs face when they are starting their business. But it's the same for a TikTok account or a YouTube account that's brand new. On the topic of starting companies, Andrew Chen have written the famous book The Cold Start Problem, as well as Peter Thiel, the famous founder of Palantir, wrote 0 to 1, which also talks about this challenge. Well, I had to go from 0 to 1, and it had to start with one first TikTok video. Hi guys, and welcome to Swedish Tea, coming at you with some good content on books, entrepreneurship and tech. This video shows you how I started out. Just my phone, just talking into the camera and summarizing a quick book in 60 seconds. Without thinking too much about the initial hook or any kind of technicalities along the way. Well, what I didn't know before was I hadn't been spending a lot of time on TikTok, so I didn't really know what type of content typically resonated with the TikTok audience, and I didn't really know any of the trends and the trending sounds, etc. What I found out is that Booktok was a specific category for books. I thought that would be a good hashtag to use, a good community to start posting in. But I had some good content I wanted to push, so it was just a matter of how to deliver it. My first big learning here was that hooks that engage in the first 4 seconds is super critical. This is even more critical on TikTok than other platforms, but essentially to have something that catches attention very early on and makes the user want to stay until the end, equivalent to the importance of thumbnails on YouTube, that really makes you want to click and watch that specific video. Well, in TikTok it's all about the For You feed, which you will be scrolling through as you go, so that's kind of how you typically discover different videos. Pretty interesting to note here is that 97% of viewers discovered my content through the For You page, so it's really important that the equivalent of the thumbnail, meaning the first 3 or 4 seconds in the video, is super eye-catching and piques the interest of the audience that you want to target. So now I was building out some more experience, and remember, posting a lot means that you will also learn a lot, so make sure to do that and you will get some insights in how your audience responds to the different content you produce, and you can adjust it over time. So now I was getting into more kind of technicalities and starting to look more into it as a science, where I created a specific hook in the beginning and tried to really catch attention and then make sure to give incentives to stay throughout the video. And here is an example of a video a few videos in where I've actually started to think about the hook and what I say in the beginning. Here's Law 6 from the 48 Laws of Power, a book that has been banned from most prisons around the world because it's been so powerful in manipulating guards by the inmates. Law 6 says that you should... Hopefully that was more of an attention-grabbing hook in the beginning that states why you should be interested in knowing what I will say next. And this is actually something I took inspiration from other creators doing similar types of videos. Go and kind of check out what other creators are doing. Don't be afraid to kind of copy the different layouts or format. You can produce a quantity of videos and you can really take inspiration from how other people do it and grow their channels. I now started discovering the importance of trending sounds and audio, something that really can put you on top in different feeds and make a lot of people see you. So that's something I started to explore with, having sounds on very low volume, just to get exposure on that trending sound. Also know what sub-communities or hashtag you are trying to reach, and make sure to be active and comment on those types of videos and just produce content for those people. Then you will make sure to grow in a specific area, and a lot of relevant people will start to see your content, which will maximize view time, which is super important for your content being pushed to other similar people. Also think about building out a feed of similar content and a lot of videos that your target audience will actually start to discover once you hit that big viral video, which is coming up just in a second. This makes sure that you can utilize all of that traffic once that viral video hits and start to gain a lot of followers and subscribers. So here's an example of my kind of videos here, where I used kind of the similar format and tried to talk about very similar things here in terms of business and book summaries and so on. I was now starting to gain some momentum, and it was time for that big viral hit to come. If you have read Steal Like an Artist, that's kind of inspiration from how I view TikTok. You can take a lot of inspiration from other people, and it's all about not being original per se, but rather make something good or better than other creators on a similar topic or subject or trend. This mindset I find a very popular video format in the Booktok community. Essentially to create suspense by showing a book from the side with some cool sound and then reveal it at the end, just letting the book down. Here is the actual video.
So let me raise a toast to the girl I love most in the whole
I know, you want to watch the end, right? Well, exactly, and that's the power of this video.
world. Please don't say my name, please don't say my name, darling.
The video is also quite short, barely 10 seconds, and this also allows people to actually, on average, watch the video more than 100% in my case, which drove a ton of traffic. Where if you get, let's say, 10-20%, that will not be pushed out to the masses by TikTok's algorithm. Catches people's attention. It's a specific target group of 27-something-year-olds or older or younger people can relate and wonder, like, what should I have read before or after I was 27? So I think that's a great type of way to hook people in, and also people are waiting what the reveal will be, and people will stop scrolling and stay for your content. Within an hour it was up in the thousands of views, and within a month it had accumulated 248,000 likes, 538 comments, and 4.3 million views on TikTok. True virality. I hashtagged it with the author of the book, the title of the book, and the Booktok. It started to trend in all those different channels up in the top page, and also for the specific sound. So that's kind of the power of using trending audio and hashtags, that you will actually start to gain traction in all those different ones, and they'll all pull together to pull your video up. And it was such a thrill to follow all the comments coming in from the initial target group of Sweden, where I created the video and posted it from and live, but also then outside of Sweden, the Nordics, out in Europe, also down out to the US, and then all over the world. Here are some of the 538 comments. Also, this Atomic Habits book that I pushed was really a popular one, and people started even buying the book because of the video. Also getting inspired to read the book and getting better habits from this video. So that was so cool to see. But here is an important thing, that if you want to create a viral video, truly viral, you should create it in English or don't have it depend on language at all. The video was trending about 5 different times in different regions over the period of a few weeks. So it was pretty cool to see how it gained traction in each of those regions at a time and then grew to the masses even more. And the content of the video was globally compatible with very low dependence on language, with just a few words in English and the title of the book, which anyone could understand all over the world. Engage with your comments and don't leave anyone hanging. Start to answer all the comments you get as soon as possible and really engage with people. Ask them questions back. What do you think? What was the best read that you had this year? Wish them a good read. Engage with your audience. I even translated answers in like Polish and Spanish and so on, just to be able to engage with all the engagement that was coming in. And that really pushed the video even more, because then you see that you get all those comments coming in. That really fuels the TikTok algorithm as well and wants to push it to even more people, because it's engaging content but that people continuously add on value to. And when you engage with your audience in the comments, make sure to include video replies as well to get more views out of your big viral hits. Also will incentivize people to actually comment, because they see that you engage and provide more value to them. And you have great content ideas, so you don't even have to worry about what content to create next. You can just leverage all the comments and answer, okay, the top 5 self-help books. That was something I got as a comment. Well, then I made a video reply giving them 5 great books, and those kind of videos gained about thousands of views each. I also continued pushing and publishing other videos on my accounts at the same time, and I also had built up this video feed or bank on my account with videos in the same kind of niche. This made me grow a ton of followers as well, and not just views from these like 4 million views. So I gained about 10,000 followers just from having kind of this feed ready with good content for them to go in and watch. Because then they felt like this was actually a channel which they could relate to and that had similar content to the one I published, and they gained a lot of traction in. And I've also seen some accounts gain traction in if you have a viral hit in a niche that you aren't interested in, and that can cause you to gain a lot of followers that actually don't want to watch your next videos, and could actually kind of hurt your performance overall. This resulted in me gaining about 10.2 thousand followers in just 1 month or 30 days. And that's so cool to see the power of TikTok. So to summarize some of my learnings, hooks that engage in the first 4 seconds are super critical. Build a feed with relevant content that you can funnel your visitors in from that big viral hit. Use popular and trending sounds in your videos. Be active within your sub-communities and use hashtags to target those. Once your viral video hits, make sure to engage with video responses and with comments on those, and really acknowledge each and every comment. And remember, once you have that big viral hit, you're typically stuck with those followers. Depending on your target audience, TikTok could be a great place to start growing a base of followers and gain some influence. For more growth and marketing content like this, hit the subscribe button down below and follow this channel. Also, drop a comment down below if you have more questions, give some feedback, or want me to create another video on next week. I'll make sure to answer each of your comments. Stay tuned for the next one. Ciao!